video on sentence transformation of a simple to a compound, you might remember what are clauses: a main clause and a subordinate clause. As you know that a simple sentence has only a main clause and a compound sentence has two or more main clauses. And to understand what a complex sentence is, compare these two statements. They play tennis every day. They play tennis every day after they return from school. See, in this first sentence, you can see that there is only one clause, so it is a simple sentence. Now look at the second one. There are two clauses. The first one, they play tennis every day, which can stand alone. So it is a main clause. Now look at the other, after they return from school. An example of a dependent clause, which cannot stand alone. So if we join this dependent clause to a main clause, it becomes a complex sentence and then it gives a complete meaning. So we can say that if you join a main clause to a dependent clause, it is called a complex sentence. It has two or more finite verbs. So these dependent clauses are joined with main clauses with the help of subordinating conjunctions, relative adverbs, relative pronouns, and question words. And therefore they have different names. They're called as additive clauses, adverb clauses, and noun clauses. Converting a simple sentence into a complex sentence can be done easily. In this also you need to simply expand a word or a phrase into a clause, and same way you can turn a complex sentence into a simple one by reducing a clause into word or a phrase. So this time we'll first turn a complex sentence into a simple, and then we'll turn the same simple sentence into a complex sentence. But remember one thing, to change a clause into a word or a phrase, you need the same subject in both the clauses. This is the prerequisite. Suppose you have a complex sentence with subordinating conjunctions like since, as, and when, and your subject is same in both the cases. Now in that case, you need to turn your subordinate clause into a gerund phrase. So what are the steps? You need to first omit your subordinating conjunction, you need to omit your subject, and the third step, you need to turn your finite verb into a gerund form, and the last one is you need to leave your independent sentence remain unchanged. Now suppose we have a complex sentence: when I closed the door, I went back to the school. And therefore our simple sentence will be, closing the door, I went back to the school. So what have we done here? Look closely, we have omitted the subordinating conjunction when, next we omitted the subject I, and we have turned the finite verb closed into a gerund form closing, and we are left with the gerund phrase closing the door, and we have not touched our independent clause I went back to the school. Voila, we got a simple sentence. Closing the door, I went back to the school. If you have the same simple sentence to convert into a complex sentence, I know you know your steps. What you need to do? You need to add your subordinating conjunction when back into the sentence. You will add your subject I back to the sentence, and you will change your infinite verb, which you change into the gerund, into a finite verb closed, and you will get the complex sentence. When I closed the door, I went back to the school. Now, if you have the words like to and to in your simple sentence, so to change such a sentence into a complex sentence, you will use the words so that. You will be replacing these to and to with so that. Let's understand with the help of an example. He is too weak to carry this box. A simple sentence. The complex will be, he is so weak that he can't carry this box. So what have we done here? We have replaced to with to, and we have used the noun clause using that, and we have used the noun clause which is in a negative form. Now I'm going to challenge you with the complex sentence to turn it into a simple sentence. And remember, when you turn, you need to see the subjects of a complex sentence are same, and you need to transform with the same meaning. Alright, so your complex sentence is, She is so brilliant that she has solved the puzzle in just 10 seconds. Go ahead. The answer will be, she is too brilliant to solve the puzzle in just 10 seconds. Now, if we have an infinitive phrase in our simple sentence, so to convert into a complex sentence, we need to replace the infinitive to with so that, right? And we'll stretch either the word or the phrase into a clause. So let's understand with the help of an example. For example, we eat to live. The complex will be, we eat so that we can live. So what have we done here? We have replaced to with so that, and we have stretched the word live into a clause, we can live. Alright? Now I'm going to challenge you with a complex sentence of same type. You need to turn it back into a simple sentence. Are you ready for that? I ran so fast that I could reach in time. Now turn it into a simple sentence. It's pretty easy. I ran fast to reach in time. If your simple sentence has the prepositional phrase using in spite of and despite, so to turn such a simple sentence into a complex sentence, you need to turn this prepositional phrase using though and although into a clause. Now let's understand with the help of an example. If you have a simple sentence like despite being rich, she is hardworking. Your complex sentence will be though or although she is rich, she is hardworking. The difference between though and although is very simple. Though is more common in conversations and although is common in formal writings. Now if your simple sentence has the phrase starting with because, so to convert into a complex, you need to turn this phrase into a clause using the word since. So how we do it? Let's take an example. Because of his illness, he could not join the meeting. A simple sentence. So the complex will be, since he was ill, he could not join the meeting. Now I'm going to challenge you. Because of his weakness, he could not run fast. Answer will be, since he was weak, he could not run fast. Now if we have a simple sentence ending in a gerund verb form, then to turn such a simple sentence into a complex, we'll turn that gerund verb form into an adjective clause. For example, I saw a bird flying. The complex will be, I saw a bird which was flying. Now I'm going to challenge you. She asked the girl who was watching TV. A complex sentence. Now try turning into a simple. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Answer. She asked the girl watching TV. Did you get it right? Now if your simple sentence is starting with the word without, so to turn such a simple sentence into a complex, you need to add either the word if or in case and a negative clause. For example, without adding sugar, it will taste bad. So the complex sentence will be, if you don't add sugar, it will taste bad. Now if you have a phrase at the time of in your simple sentence, then replace it with when and a clause in your complex sentence. For example, she woke up at the time of load shedding. So complex will be, she woke up when it was load shedding. Now if you have an adjective in your simple sentence, so what you're going to do to turn it into a complex sentence? You need to turn this pre-noun modifier into a post-noun modifier. I mean an adjective clause. For example, I have a blue shirt. Then the complex sentence will be, I have a shirt which is blue. That's all for today. Now in the end, I would like to request you to turning such kind of simple sentences into a complex sentences and vice versa. Bye bye.